fear can really stop leaders from doing things that, oh, this is uncomfortable. I could make a mistake. It could cost us or whatnot. I mean, mistakes are a part of life, especially when we're learning something new. We need to be very open to being able to, one, learn the skill, but two, be willing to make mistakes. I think the important piece of that is to own that mistake, especially when it comes to leading people, right? This is where that, this concept of authentic leadership comes in. If we think as a leader, we need to be perfect and everything needs to be spot on and you give direction where you can, you're making all the right decisions. One, that's not reality. Two, it's unsustainable. You're going to stress yourself out. And three, people know. They know that you've made the mistake, right? And so it's admitting it or owning it isn't giving them new information. It's letting them know that you know, right? And that builds trust, right? So, making mistakes, we need to embrace that. It's going to happen. Yeah. How we deal with that, though, is an important piece of leadership. And this is where, a leader with strong character, this is where they begin to shine, right? This is where you build that trust with people because they know you're trying, they know that you're learning, and it sets a pace for them to be able to do the same thing, which is what you want, right? And this is where you can start to develop your team is by leading by that example, right? Mm-hmm. But yes, there is opportunities to avoid certain mistakes, and this is where building a community around you of other leaders, people who perhaps have been on your path already, like mentors, because that's where mentors come in. Those are the people that have perhaps charted down your path and are just a little bit ahead of you. You can learn from them as well, right? And then coaches, what coaches do is they help you recognize what the answer is, but it's your answer. It's your unique pathway. So coaches don't give advice necessarily. What they do is they ask you the right questions so you can start to think about, how do I want to do this? How can I show up? How can I do this better? But the answer's already inside you.
So it's like discovering the answer, but with somebody's help and putting in the right direction.
Exactly. And it goes a long way to feeling seen and heard and validating a lot of the fears perhaps that you have and the concerns that you have. It just puts that in a different light. And again, you feel seen. And so it's, a lot of these issues aren't unique. And when you start to feel that, wait, other people have had this issue, okay, now you can start to relax, you can start to give yourself grace, and you can start to work towards either correcting the mistake or growing in that particular area, right? We, as leaders, but as people, we need to be a little bit more compassionate with ourselves, right? And not think that we need to step perfectly every time. Everybody is in this boat, and we need to grow. We always need to grow and learn new skills, but recognize that that's not going to be a straight path, and that's okay.